how do I learn all these concepts in machine learning on my own? As a self-taught AI and machine learning researcher, one of the hardest struggles that I had to overcome was learning the math concepts in machine learning. Regardless of what you hear, math is an essential component in machine learning and AI. I found it extremely difficult when I first started, but looking back, there's a handful of things that I did that really helped me. But first, I'm going to tell you what I did not do and something that I wish I had done. I have broken this down to essentially 5 things, and I hope that you get to learn from my experiences and not waste time and money. So the first thing is find a learning partner. It's something that I really wish I had done. You need a learning partner for essentially 2 main things. And the first thing is that you can have your learning partner hold you accountable so that you don't give up halfway and lose focus. Having a learning partner helps you stay consistent. And by the way, I have been contemplating on creating a free group on Discord so more people like you who are in the learning stage can connect with others and maybe find a learning partner that way so you can connect and discuss on topics, different learning resources and learning methods. Or if you have questions about a particular concept, you can simply ask and folks there can help you with the answer. I basically want to create an environment where people learn from each other. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know down below in the comment section. Type connect and also hit the like button so that I will know that more folks are interested in joining a group and learn from each other and learn together. And who knows, it could even open opportunities to find work. So let me know down below. Now, the second reason you need a learning partner is because sometimes they understand a particular concept better than you. In that case, they can help you understand from a different perspective, and this will help you save a lot of time, and it can keep you motivated to learn more. You could even teach each other the concepts that you learn. So instead of both of you reading the entire textbook, you can divide up your tasks. One person teaches the other one of the concepts. That way you save a lot on time. And I know that if you learn from another person, it's much faster and easier. Also, if you're the one teaching, then it helps you reinforce the concepts that you have learned. And I know this from personal experience because I used to teach before and I know how rewarding it is. Anyway, now you have a partner that you can start planning with. What you need next is a proper schedule. You might be thinking, do I really need a schedule? So here's an example of what I did. When I started learning ML, I set aside a couple of hours every evening. No matter what happened, I showed up at that hour and tried to learn as much as I could, sometimes even if I was not motivated enough. Yes, I missed a few days here and there, but I stuck to the schedule to the best extent I could. And sometimes all it takes is the first 5 minutes to get the ball rolling, and things will get a lot easier. I did that for 2 whole months, taking online courses back in 2020 or something, and sometimes that's all it takes. And if that's a difficult habit for you to start, you need to try the sponsor of today's video, Brilliant. Brilliant is where you learn by doing with thousands of interactive lessons in math, data analysis, programming, and AI. The first principles approach of Brilliant is uniquely effective. As a learning platform, Brilliant helps you understand concepts from the ground up. Each lesson has hands-on problem solving that lets you play with concepts. It's a method proven to be 6 times more effective than watching lecture videos. Most importantly, all lessons on Brilliant is crafted by an award-winning team of teachers, researchers, and professionals from MIT, Caltech, Duke, Microsoft, Google, and more. It helps you learn every day for both professional and personal growth. Brilliant helps you build real knowledge in just a few minutes a day. I have been trying this for a few days now to learn LLMs, and it's brilliant. It's also got a comprehensive range of math courses for learners of any level. Whether you want to brush up on fundamentals or challenge yourself with advanced concepts, Brilliant helps you enhance your visual and spatial problem-solving skills and lets you focus on the essentials that highlight the most useful math concepts. To try everything Brilliant has to offer for free for 30 days, visit brilliant.org/chemcoder or scan the QR code on screen, or you can click on the link in the description. You'll also get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Thank you, Brilliant, for sponsoring today's video. Now back to the video. As we were talking about motivation to learn math concepts, another important reason why you will lose the motivation is simply because there's too many resources out there. There's too many resources and too many concepts to learn. So my next tip is pick a handful of resources and Jot down what concepts you plan to learn. If you need to know what the best resources are, I recently did a video on the channel. I will leave a link to that video in the description below. Do watch that after this, and if it helps you, list down all the math concepts that you want to learn, that you need to learn, that is related to what you're trying to learn. What I usually like to do is not just list these concepts, but also write them down in a proper order that I can follow and go one at a time. Believe me, if you plan this properly, you will succeed. So now you have all the resources you need, you have a learning partner, and you have a plan. What you need to focus on next is learning in a way that will make you feel like you're actually learning something. It's not like just watching a lecture video on YouTube or some online course, and then the next moment you just shut down your computer, go back to watching TV. It doesn't work that way. Any math concept that you learn, it needs to be reinforced in your brain. This only happens if you solve math problems by hand or if you code these concepts from scratch. I personally prefer coding stuff from scratch. At first, I didn't realize the importance of coding math concepts. I would, for example, read about PCA and then move to the next concept without really implementing PCA. PCA is just an example. So after a while, I would just, go do my other stuff at work, and then I would come back and I would be like, what is PCA? And then I would have to read everything all over again. And that's when someone told me, start coding everything from scratch. And that's when I realized the importance of coding math concepts, especially for machine learning. And here's why I think it's very important. When you start coding math concepts from scratch, your brain basically understands how this concept works. You will make mistakes at first, and as you solve these mistakes and debug your code, you're reinforcing that concept in your mind. Your mind is basically thinking about one concept over and over again. It literally screams at you, this is how your code should work. Unless you get to that point, it's really hard to say whether or not you actually learn that concept. And moving forward, when you go to interviews for machine learning jobs or machine learning related jobs, these things will come to light. That brings me to the last tip that makes it easier to learn the math concepts in machine learning. You need to apply what you have learned, and you need to start applying this on data sets. Clean data set that is simple enough that you can visualize the math concepts that you're applying. It could be something like matrix operations, for example. You can do something like eigendecomposition to see how it affects your dataset. What exactly is eigendecomposition doing to your dataset? Although at this point you have learned to code these concepts from scratch, if you apply them on a real dataset, you get to see a broader picture of how these concepts come into play. When I was learning this, I picked up some simple and popular datasets on Kaggle and simply used my coding skills to apply on these datasets. And here's the other thing, not only will you get to understand the concepts from a broader perspective, you will also come across various challenges that come into play when you're trying to apply some math concepts or even machine learning concepts on real data sets. And these are real challenges that you will most likely encounter in your first AI or ML related job. So when you make a plan with your learning partner, make sure to also pick a data set that you both feel comfortable working with and applying your math concepts on that data set. And if you're still not sure about what resources to use, this video right here will help you do just that. Next, I want to hear from you which of these tips you think is most helpful to you. Do let me know down below in the comments section. And while you're there, please hit the like button to support the channel. It goes a long way. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.